Good afternoon, morning, day, and night, and welcome everyone to the Loaded Potato Podcast. I'm your beautiful host for this week, Ivan, of course, and today I am joined by Alaska native one, Brandon.
Yes, I am the native Alaska native.
Alaska native. And Georgian native 2, Axel.
My swamp.
Just the swamp.
The swamp.
Just the swamp, all of it. Actually, I don't think there's swamps in Georgia.
No, we have
is there?
marshes.
I thought it was
like,
yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was only marshes. So
I like to
Get out of my marsh.
yeah, it doesn't
Get
sound
out of my marsh.
like as impactful. Get out of my marsh.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But yeah, so welcome everyone to another episode. I don't know if you can tell for the video watchers, listeners, whatever. My background kind of looks different. Hopefully, I sound the same though. Did I say this last episode that I was doing a little vacation?
Probably.
I
I don't remember if I did.
You can tell me
Okay.
again.
Well, for the audio listeners, you can't see my background because, audio. But for like a week or two, maybe, I am back in Georgia for a little vacation, quote unquote. And this is the only place I can have some quiet audio. So I'm outside, got some bug spray, feeling good in the very hot Georgian humidity heat. But yeah, that's why I look different.
Different. Not there any different than
Yeah.
any other day, so it's just different now.
Just different. Yeah, use my webcam on my laptop, so not my good old DSLR. But yeah, let's I think we could just jump right in. I guess we can start off just by me talking about my trip.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. So as I continue on, yeah, I did a little 1 week, maybe 2 week trip down back to Georgia where I was from. As if people have been with us for long enough, you know that we were all in the Southeast and then moving to Alaska. But so far it's been weird with the vacation thing, because coming down here, it actually has a day-night cycle. So it's weird seeing darkness again. It gets dark at like, 8:30? 9 is usually, I think, when it's fully dark. So that. Also the heat. Jesus Christ, dude, I was not prepared for the heat. Even though I've only been gone for like 8 months, I don't know. I got very used to the cold and the semi-dryness of Alaska. So yeah, that's that's my thing.
Yeah, it's been getting warm up here. It's like I think it got as high as like 61.
61?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure we've already said this on the podcast, but 61 sounds pretty cool, especially if you're like, from here in Georgia, where I think it's 90, or no, I think it's like 85 right now. But 61 in Alaska is actually pretty warm. Like you're sweating or whatever. You got to turn on some AC in the car, or at least for me.
So currently right now, as I look at my weather app on my phone, it is 56 degrees with a high of 57 and a low of 45.
Yeah.
And let's see what the humidity level says. It's 63% humid today, but it is very cloudy out. So, but it's still surreal, especially with the clouds like down there versus up here. It's like when you just look up and it looks like it's falling down on you because you're so close to the mountains and everything.
Oh yeah,
and it almost looks like
clouds.
It's like cropped in, like painted in.
Yeah, the Alaska beauty is amazing. Coming down here, no mountains or anything. It's kind of boring looking.
The only thing that's downhill is any potholes that you run into.
Yeah, it's the potholes. Oh god. But yeah, I mean, coming down here, I'm kind of missing Georgia a bit. But dude, I am so happy about the weather I get in Alaska. You can't beat it. It's so much better. If you're okay with the cold, that is, during the winter.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing one thing I really did not miss about Georgia is all the mosquitoes. You know, everyone up there in Alaska, they're constantly talking about, oh, just wait until the summer. The mosquitoes are so bad. I mean, I know we're not in the dead of summer yet, but there's still a lot of mosquitoes coming up in Alaska, but it's nowhere as bad as Georgia, dude. I just got here like a few days ago, and I'm covered in fucking bug bites. It sucks.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Alaska.
But at least like with these mosquitoes, like up here,
they're big.
we were, yeah, they're big. But like we were just like, for me, we were just outside the other day, celebrating one of our birthday for one of our neighbors. Play connected dots.
You see the fucking bug bites? Dude, I got the fucking Big Dipper on my arm right here. Like, like shit, dude. I got on my pinky too just now. Like, it's fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So
but
I'm going in pain for you podcasters, for you listeners. You're welcome.
But yeah, like there's like a complete like 180 difference between like Alaska mosquitoes and like the lower 48 mosquitoes.
Dude, it is child's play in Alaska.
It really is.
in comparison, no, they don't know what they're talking about with bugs.
Mm-mm. Like, but we don't
like
even.
Another
like,
one
Alaska
there.
doesn't even get bugs for like half the year, anyways. So,
or like more than half. Actually,
Yeah.
funny enough, the snow wasn't supposed to melt or go away as soon as it did this year, because I think they said even in May you still get it. Like it should be like in like early June is when the snow's supposed to go. So it went away pretty quick for us.
there's still some like minor patches of like
yeah.
snow clubs like somewhere.
Yeah, I mean most of the snow is still on the mountains still.
Yeah,
But
that's
there's
like
like
the very
none
peak
on
zone.
the roads. Yeah, it's basically all gone virtually.
Mm-hmm. But they're finally in the process of, at least Anchorage is in the process of painting a lot of the roads.
Yeah, redoing the roads, and a lot of constructions in the houses are resuming now.
Yeah, that is true. They are doing road construction close to where Holly formerly worked at now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy how fast they get shit done. Because down in Georgia, they can take like 2 years to do like one roundabout, but in Alaska, they can do like 4 months.
You only
to
got
do,
4
like,
months to do it.
4 months to do
quick.
like 40 houses, roads, and like various other activities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're paid very, very good for this.
very handsomely.
Yeah. Oh, I guess another thing since I've been gone, and by the way, I've only been gone for like what 8-9 months, so not even a full year, and so much has changed. Like they're popping up like 6 new fucking gas stations are here. They redid some of the roads. I visited my job, I went to the workplace since, you know, I work remote. They changed everything inside. Like they repainted walls, added new walls and shit. Like how much stuff can fucking change in 8 months when I've been here for like 2 years, or well, at least in my old place for 2 years, and nothing fucking changed. And I'm gone for 8 months and everything changes.
It's
Fucking
always
whack.
something. It's
Like,
always
right when I leave, everything gets better.
It's always when you turn your back, they always do something, you know?
Fuck, dude. Yeah, it's fucking wild.
But man, but a lot has changed ever since moving up too, at least for in our lives. So
Yeah.
you could say that, you could say it either way. Because for me, I think I probably said this in the last episode. I started my pro wrestling journey. I found a nice school that does it relatively cheap, and they're really good as far as like training wise. Like I have
He's versus The Rock next week.
Yeah, I have like some bruises, like, well, at least some scrapes from landing. But also, I think the day before he left, he was supposed to go with me to a show, but
Yeah.
it would have been too late for him apparently. But the show only lasted like an hour and a half. But me being me, I wanted to help out like with setup, like for the wrestling show that the school was hosting. So I'm like, cool. I'm gonna get there, deconstruct the ring at the school, and set it up at the location. But I'm like, cool. Did not expect him to do anything else after that. Probably just hang out. And then coach tells me, hey, you need to do like mini security, like go sit over there, get a stool, and just let people in if they paid for a table. Because like they had standing like barricade, and then like, there were table seats that were closer to the ring. I'm like, cool, I'll go do that. And like probably like 5-10 minutes before doors were about to open, coach calls me over. I'm like, hey, how would you like the referee tonight? And like my eyes go wide and I'm like, oh my God.
So I have a question about that. So you don't have to have any kind of like training to do the ref stuff, or
Well,
like,
you
like,
do.
how does that go?
So with being a ref, like you at least need to know some knowledge about wrestling and like how it goes into it. I've been a wrestling fan for so long. I have a good understanding of what the works go into, but I still don't know everything about it. So the other veteran ref that was already there was giving me all the pointers on like what to do and like how to do it. And just talk with the guys. But a lot of that stuff is like unplanned too. So you're just going in blind.
Really? I thought they would at least like tell you like, oh, who's gonna win that night, and
yeah,
like,
they'll tell you, they'll tell you who's gonna win, but like they'll tell you like major stuff, who's gonna win, and stuff to look out for. And a lot of that stuff is like you're just like watching a match unfold and trying to do your best to like officiate it. Like it's on YouTube right now. I'll send Axel the link so you guys can check out my referee debut. But I only did 2 matches. I was supposed to do 3 matches, but I only did 2 just because it would have been the opening match, a match in the middle of the show, and then the main event. But are
we gonna link it down below?
I'll make sure to send it to Axel.
Yeah.
And there you go.
I'll put
Link it
timestamps
down
in
below.
with Axel. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can see fucking Brandon be it.
Yeah, I was supposed to do the last match, but that was more of a comfortability thing because that was like a really big part. I was gonna do it, but the other guy was like, "Hey, I'll just do it. Just don't worry about it," which I was totally fine with too. So,
yeah. So, did you like reffing?
Oh yeah, it was cool, especially with how everything was set up. Because eventually that'll be me in the wrestlers' positions. Because coaches, so today is, as of this recording, today is Tuesday. I had practice yesterday. And coach was like, if everything goes according to plan, we keep up with training, he believes that I would debut in August.
Really?
Yeah, at the state fair that's happening.
Damn, so not even a full year, and you can... That's only going to be a couple months, yeah.
Yeah, 3 months, because the other guy who's training with us, he'd only been there for like 3 months, and he had his debut match that night as well.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay. Well,
he
nice.
didn't do much,
that's
but...
Cool.
It's still crazy to think about, especially with the wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
Personally, as far as like I've only been training for like 2 weeks right now, and there's a lot of things that go into training, especially like it's a lot of comfortability stuff and like trusting in myself. Because even just falling back and like landing on the thing, I still don't trust myself because I'm a tall dude, and a lot of the other guys are like smaller. Granted, they're doing the same fall, but it's like to me, I'm up here versus everyone else is down here. But
yeah,
it's more of like a timing and mindset thing. Like if I don't have time to think about it, I can do it. Because we were going over all the basic stuff, and by Monday we should be able to do a full course of drills, like basically boom, 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 and then incorporate more stuff as time goes on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's crazy, just in my perspective, because in the Southeast like Georgia area, there are a ton of wrestling schools around there. There's at least like probably like half a dozen within the North Carolina, or no, there's probably at least over a dozen from the North Carolina to the Florida area that I could have attended. But a lot of those are a little bit more pricey, especially with the names behind that are running the school.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think this is more of an opportunity for me as far as like price wise and like to help me with my financials. But it works out in the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean that's exciting. I mean, if you're gonna like debut sometime in August or whatever, like
that's just a projection, he thinks.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like there's still like a lot to think about in that time. Like you would have to make your own like persona and all that stuff. What you want to do.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff, right?
So the other guy that who debuted in the show, he didn't really debut as like a character. He just debuted as like a one-off character. We just called him Tony the Bandit.
Tony the Bandit.
Yeah, because he was part of a team known as Thick as Thieves. So he had like a ski mask on and everything.
Nice.
So I don't think I'm gonna have a fleshed out character by then, but it's a big, like, nice one-off thing just to get myself comfortable and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you're in that moment, there's only like milliseconds you have time to think. So a lot of that stuff is either like you can call a spot in the back, but when you get in the ring, you might forget it and might need to call things on the fly.
Yeah.
But I'm excited
actually,
to
like you as a
figure that out.
ref, I mean, you kind of like, did you get like an earpiece or something so like you can like tell them certain things, like what they need to do?
What I did,
or if they need to wrap it up?
Because it's a smaller company. With these bigger companies, you will need earpieces just because a lot of these companies are on TV. They're shooting, like, they want to fit within time frames, so that they're looking for like number cues. A lot of these, at least for the schools, 907 Pro Wrestling, shout out to them. They have to work with what they know. Like, I'm not telling them, hey, you have like 2 minutes left or something, because I don't know that. They have to formulate that stuff in there. So
Okay, so more solo bolo on it.
Yep.
Good
But
shit.
I'm excited to see what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see if the projected thing is real and I get to see you in your debut match.
Hopefully. I won't tell you if it is or not, so
Bruh.
just show up and then you'll find out.
We'll be sure to link it in the description. His debut.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll watch it live on the podcast.
Live on the podcast.
Or I guess the recording or whatever, wherever they post it. Yeah, that'd be dope.
But yeah.
But yeah, good shit. I guess if we were moving on to another topic, I kind of wanted to see. I put this on last week, I believe, and I kind of want y'all's thoughts on this. So I don't know too much on it. I was watching some YouTube video guy. He constantly talks about like the newest like tech news. And apparently, I think he said something along the lines of NVIDIA finally, like they're going to get into the CPU game.
Really?
Like, yeah, they're going to make their own like consumer CPUs. And I think it might just be for laptops or whatever. I have to go look it up again. I should have done my research, but I was kind of rushed in putting it on because I was like, oh shit, that's a perfect topic. But yeah, Nvidia getting into the game. What do y'all think?
It's be interesting, especially that they do a lot of hardware stuff. So it's interesting to see how they're going to incorporate, because they already know what type of hardware goes into what makes a game. I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier for them to understand like how much power they can do as far as like game wise, because you see a lot of companies try to pump out like these 4K ultra settings that need specific requirements.
Yeah.
But
well, it's kind of like it's kind of like Intel getting into the GPU space. Like they started off with the Intel Arc series, but they weren't trying to compete like with the 4090 or the RX 7950 XTX or whatever. Like they started off with like what budget GPUs. So do you think Nvidia is going to try to go into more like the budget CPUs, or do you think they're going to try to go in for like mid-range to high set specs?
Probably mid-range at best, just because nowadays because the budget ones are turning into the mid ones and it just keeps evolving. So I feel like mid to low would be best for them to go into that type of park. I feel like they can release versions like how Siege does on Steam with the upscale resolution stuff. If they wanted to go that route, I feel like that would work the best, in my opinion.
Yeah. Axel, what about you?
Just more competition. It's always good, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that would mean that there's that would make 3 people in the CPU space. Yeah. Because you have Intel, AMD, and then NVIDIA. Or unless there's another one I can't think of. No, I think that might be it.
As far as major producers go.
Well, yeah. I mean, we got the phone people making like the Snapdragon. I I guess if you count Apple M1 chips, their own in-house, but
No, as far as like that,
but you can't put that on a regular PC.
Nope.
Yeah,
Just
and then for
just the Core 2.
Yeah, and then for GPUs, we now have Intel, AMD, and then of course NVIDIA.
Yeah.
So there'll be three competitors in each space, and it's all Intel, NVIDIA, and AMD. Oh, that's kind of weird now that I think about it. It's only Intel, NVIDIA, and AMD
Mm-hmm.
for both. Huh?
Yeah, that is interesting to say the
What is
least.
that? That a triopoly?
Trifecta.
Is that the? Yeah, is that a word? Triopoly? Because I know there's duopoly for two of them, and then a monopoly.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
But
Yeah,
it will
it'd be
be
weird
interesting to
having
see it,
NVIDIA.
how everything go about. So
Yeah. Yeah, it'd definitely be interesting. I'm probably never gonna get an NVIDIA CPU or whatever. I don't know. AMD always seems to be pretty good.
yeah, for sure.
But actually, speaking of AMD, we got Axel up here with his upgrade. Yeah,
Yep.
you want to talk about that?
Yeah. We finally got all the new PC parts, and we finally installed everything and put the computer together and tried it out. It was quite a shock to see how much better my computer became.
Yeah. Do you want to say? Do you know the specs?
No, I do not remember.
Oh, okay. I'll say the specs out. So we already know he got his 6800, his RX 6800, from AMD, the GPU, which is about the power of a 3070 Ti, not quite 3080. But it's basically there. And then, so you updated to AM5. So it's a full AMD build, which is a Ryzen 5 7600, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You have the stock cooler because, it'll make it cheaper just using stock cooler. And I don't think you're going to like overclock or anything like that. So it's not, actually, have you noticed, I don't know if you've been checking it, how are the temps when you game?
How do I check that?
So the software that I gave you, CPU X, I believe you can look at your temps
Okay.
for that, for both GPU and CPU, I believe. So just have it off, like, off to the side on a monitor, and you can like run a game and see how it's running.
That's pretty high.
What was for right now?
Yeah, just for right now, it's 84.
Okay, I was about to say if it's in the 80s, I mean that is
That's kind of
decently high, but it's not high enough to do anything with the clocking. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, 84 you said? 84
yeah,
degrees?
I think it was 84. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's decently hot, but I don't think your CPU is throttling in any way.
Oh, it's now 88.
88, okay.
That's pretty
Yeah,
high.
that's kind of toasty. That's pretty toasty. You might benefit with just getting your new cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Get that water cooling and break everything because you failed to install it correctly.
Or just get an all-in-one, an AIO. That's what I had with my last server.
The AOs?
Yeah, not the enterprise server. Yeah, I had an AIO. It was, I forgot, I think one of my coworkers gave it to me, and it was perfect for the what was it? I forgot what CPU I had it. It might have been the i7. I don't remember. I think I did that. I don't know, but it was water cooled with the AIO. It kept it pretty good, but it's water cooling. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, would you want to get a new cooler, Axel? I think
Probably,
if you
yeah.
want, okay, because that's pretty toasty. I think the max temp your CPU can get to is 95 degrees
Eee.
Celsius.
It's
So
way
yeah,
too close to comfort
88.
then to put.
No, but it's Yeah, no, but it's not gonna like die or fry if it gets to 95. It'll just start thermal throttling. Like your gigahertz will go down. But yeah, so we were at the CPU. What else we got? You're on AM5, which is DDR5. So you got what, 32 gigs of DDR5. I think 6,000 megahertz. We overclocked it.
Yep.
Because I think default is 5,200 megahertz, which, by the way, like the max you can get with DDR4 is I think 4,000 megahertz. So you are significantly higher.
You're too high.
But yeah, that's the RAM. And then we got, what else am I missing? CPU, RAM, GPU. I believe that's about it. I mean, you got a new power supply, but that's just a more powerful one to make sure everything's all good. But yeah, so you're there. Oh yeah, also in the recording, hopefully you don't hear it, but if you do, there are chickens around me, so if you hear a little bok and a Holly running around, just know that that's that kind of Georgia that I'm in.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. So yeah. So how's the build treating you?
I mean,
right now?
it's been great so far. Like I said, the first time I started using it, my eyes were hurting because I wasn't used to like the games being so smooth and like.
Oh, actually, we forgot to talk about. Yeah, you got a new monitor too.
Yeah, I got a new monitor. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it has HDR and it's 180 hertz and it's also 1440p.
It's blue.
Yeah, it's blue and everything.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I gotta say this. So, Axel was talking about how it was blue, and every one of us in the call, we were like, "Cap, it's Cap. It's supposed to be a really good monitor." So when I got down here, I took a look at it, and I can confirm it is not blue. Axel's eyes are just weird.
Yeah, it's blue. So, anyways,
it's warm.
When I launched like Warframe and whatnot, I was not expecting it to be so smooth. I actually started hurting my brain. I'm used to it now because my brain is like, oh, this actually happens. So it's not as bad.
High refresh rate. What the fuck?
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just happy
I do believe Axel now has. You now have the best system out of everyone.
Yep.
So
just
back at the top.
For now.
How long?
How's it feel to be king?
No different than usual. So.
Yeah, I think I was gonna upgrade my system to something like that, but then I'm taking over his old system, his old PC, and I'll make that my server. So I'll just reclaim what my current server is. I don't think I need to upgrade because it'll save me a lot of money. So I'll be getting that monitor though, because it looks really nice and it's 180 hertz. Dude, imagine playing Minecraft on that shit. So smooth.
Yeah, because Minecraft is a fucking needed fucking.
Yeah. Oh, what I probably might do is buy I'll probably buy a new GPU. I'll probably upgrade from my 6700. I'll probably sell that. And get, I don't know, maybe the latest AMD GPU, like a 7800 XT or something like that.
Get an Intel one.
Oh, an Intel Arc? Actually, I think I can. Yeah, I think Fedora has the drivers for the Intel Arc, so I can go Intel. But I like AMD, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But that's what I'll do. It'll save me money, so I'll always have better GPU that I can play 4K.
4K.
Yeah. So, PC Master Race, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
I think we can go ahead and wrap this one up.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So, I think we'll wrap it up. So thank you all for watching or listening, however you consume our podcast. This is a short episode because on a time crunch and I'm getting bitten up out here. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And do y'all have anything else to say before we go?
Carbonated poo water.
Carbonated poo water.
Sure, you're drinking water and staying hydrated.
Yep, stay hydrated. I also forgot to say, please check the description for all of our links. Give it all the love, and also check it out for Brandon's debut as being a ref. If Axel remembers to put that in the,
I'll
in
try
the description.
My best.
So hopefully it's there. Check it out. Give it all the love. And we will see you all in the next episode.
See you later, stinkies.